What's good? It's your boy Delz back with a brand new podcast. Welcome to the Delz Show. And we're going to talk about a few topics. We're going to talk about some sneaker stuff, wrestling, The Walking Dead, and we're going to definitely do Q&A. First, we'll talk about what I want to speak on. And the first topic will be sneakers. And this main topic is going to be how I've noticed in the past, I would say 2 weeks, I've noticed there's been a bunch of YouTubers that have been talking to their following and saying that they are selling their sneaker collection. And I just wanted to speak about my feelings on that, my thoughts on YouTubers wanting to sell their sneaker collection. Now, the first YouTuber I ever noticed that was on this tip was T. Blake. And this was, I think, last year or the year before. I don't have any, negative thoughts on that, I mean, if you want to get rid of your sneakers, get rid of them, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. That's what it's really about. If you feel like you don't need to have a lot of sneakers, then get rid of them. Sell them. Do what you got to do. I'm all for it. I noticed Fomer Simpson and Hess Kicks did videos this week, and I think last week Hess did a video saying he was going to sell his sneakers. And same thing with Fomer. They kind of just were... The vibe I got from the video was I think they felt a little materialistic, and they just were kind of a little bit over with it all, that they felt like it wasn't a necessity to own all these shoes. This is what I took from it. But my whole thoughts on those videos was whatever makes you happy, I support it as someone that watches them, and has met both of them. I've ate with them, I've hung out with them, I support what their decision is, And I totally understand what they're saying at points where it's feeling a little materialistic. Like you look at all these sneakers and you're kind of like, do I really need all of these shoes? And that was what I was feeling when I did a video, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, give or take, where I was counting all my sneakers, because people always ask, yo, Delz, how many sneakers you own? 1,000? 2,000? Everyone thinks I own, thousands of sneakers. And I know that's not the case. I know that I don't own that many. But, sometimes I'll hang out and talk to my wife about, how many sneakers are in this actual, sneaker room of mine. And my guess would always be, around 300. And she'd be like, you probably have double that, Marcus. It's my real name, Marcus. If you don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people know my real name, Marcus. But, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I own that many. And then I ended up counting. It was over 500 pairs. And I have a video of me counting all of them. And you slowly see how I start acting as we get halfway through. I almost felt embarrassed to have that many sneakers, because I just felt like it's just too many. It's kind of ridiculous to own this many shoes. And by the end of the video, I was kind of like, I want to sell half of my collection, at least half of it. But I never really went through with it. And then, unfortunately, my dog had this huge growth on his leg, and he has another one growing now on the upper part of his leg, and we found another one on his neck. And I announced that he has to have surgery, and I put a GoFundMe out there because I needed the money quick. I thought they were going to remove it quick. But the problem is that when I took him to the vet told me, we can't do the surgery right now. We have to work on his heart and make sure that we could get his heart stronger by giving him medicine and stuff, because he has a heart murmur, a bad one. So if he does the surgery, he'll probably die. But he needs the surgery. So there's a whole lot of different situations going on with my dog and getting him right again, because of the fact he has a heart murmur. And, every time I bring him to the vet, it's $120 vet bill. And I've already brought him twice already. And I thank everyone that hit the GoFundMe up. And I appreciate it. It's really helping out. Because at the time, I just, thought that we were going to do that. But that money is not going to waste. We're using that for his surgery. And I've been selling sneakers too at the same time. And that's not easy, which is a whole nother thing. You know, I post stuff on eBay and people bid and then they don't pay. But then you relist the item, people bid, they may not pay. It's like, it's a pain in the ass to sell sneakers. And, you know, I wish everyone luck who is selling them. Maybe, you know, they'll have better luck than me. But I've been trying to sell them, but I get a whole lot of runaround. I got people also on Instagram. They DM me. I'm not going to call them out because that's just whack. But you guys know who you are. Where you tell me to send you an invoice, and then all of a sudden you don't know how to use your PayPal anymore, and you can't pay. And then you give me excuses. Instead of just saying, I pass. Oh yeah, I'll get you next week. And then before you know it, it's 3 weeks later, I'm on my PayPal, and I still have that pending. And it's a headache selling the sneakers, you know? For people that like are like starting to get into kicks and all that, like, you know, just think about in the future and whatnot, you know? You may not want to have all these sneakers forever. And there are sneakers I do want forever. I definitely am not planning on selling all of my sneakers. And me laughing, that's not like me making fun of people that want to sell all their sneakers. As I said, I support those guys and whatever they do, you know. But with me, like, I can't sell all my sneakers. I love my sneakers too much. Like, I own so many pairs that, like, I'm so happy to have, and, like, I love them. And I definitely ain't going to get rid of them. But I have, like, at least 300 to 400 pairs of sneakers that I don't really need, you know. I really don't need. And I hope to get rid of them. Like, I definitely hope to get rid of them. But this is something that I've been planning on doing. And I think that, you know, what happened with my dog kind of just, like, jump-started me to, like, be focused again. Really got to get back to what I was thinking of doing, because, like, I have a whole room full of shoes. And, you know, I'm also not dissing people that have a full room full of shoes, like an entire room full of shoes, because I know people that do, and I love them. They're great people, and there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like I personally have too many pairs. Like, that's just where my head's at. But I just wanted to reflect on how I feel about my state of where my collection is at, I guess we'll call it. Even though I never really considered myself a collector, just someone who loves sneakers and just would always buy them. If you have a whole bunch of something sitting in one area, it's a collection, you know? I'm curious to hear your opinions on what I'm speaking on. Like, what do you think about what I'm saying? Hit me up on my Twitter, which is at Dj-delz or at the Sneak Addict. Those are both my Twitters. I will respond to either or. That will be in the description box. So, you know, if you don't remember, like, to do it by the end of the podcast, you could just go, or while you're listening, you could literally just go. That's probably your best bet. While you're listening, just go in the description box and follow all of my social networks. You know, I post a lot of information too on restocks and all that good stuff. Now, does that mean I'm going to stop doing YouTube videos? Of course not. Like, I'm always going to be having sneakers like sent to me or going to check out the new sneakers. A lot of the shoes I shoot now aren't my shoes. I'm just shooting other people's shoes. So, like, it's been that way for a while. If you notice, the only time I really show a pickup is when I show it on Footlook. And I don't show on Footlooks all the time. I mean, I do show them a lot. But the problem is that people expect that on Footlook every time I post a video. But I cannot buy 4 pairs of sneakers a week, and they release like 4 to 5 pairs of sneakers that people want a week, or that are interested in seeing and possibly copying a week. Every week they drop so many damn sneakers, so it's like impossible to keep up. Before, years ago when I had the channel, I always showed on feet because it was affordable for me to buy 1 pair of sneakers a week, 2 pairs once in a blue moon. But now it's like 4 or 5 pairs a week. But I keep you guys in tune. I always do the videos. You know, I recently did the WWE Puma review, which I tore a new asshole into it. I really ripped the shit out of that sneaker. If you haven't seen the review to that one, check it out. You know, I really went in on that. A bunch of new reviews. I got the Pantone 7s I should be reviewing real soon. And a whole bunch of other videos. So definitely catch up on all the videos. I did this video where I found this dog that almost got hit by a car on a busy road. And then the dog was in bad shape. The owner wasn't taking care of the dog. I ended up bringing the dog home, washing it, giving it flea killer because it had fleas all over it. And I ended up finding a foster home for it through this rescue group. And on my way to the rescue group, I could just see how the dog was so sad. Like, I had it in my yard and it was just looking for its puppies. Like, and it made me think, I got to go back to that neighborhood where I found the dog. My wife was like, I don't really want you going. It's not a great neighborhood. But, my wife is from the South. I'm from New York. I've been around the streets. Like, I've been around everywhere. The nicest parts of New York to the streets. I know how to handle myself in any situation. Most situations. I wouldn't say every. So I told her I'm good. Like, I'm going, Sorry, but I'm going. I'll be fine. And I went over there. The dog walked me one direction, then walked me another direction. And I was about to give up, but, the dog was so into the walk. So I was like, you know what? Let me just have this one moment. Because I like the dog. If I didn't have so many dogs, I probably would have kept her. But she was just so into the walk. So we're walking like 4 blocks down. And then we bust a right. And I was like, okay, now we're going totally in another direction off a side road. And then we're walking. And there's one dude and he's like, hey, he was like, that's your dog? And I was like, I'm looking for these puppies. This dog had puppies. I'm looking for the puppies. And then he was like, I know whose dog that is. Come on. I go, you know whose dog this is? Where's the puppies? Because my whole focus was the puppies, not the owner, because the owner was taking shitty care of the dog, So he was like, nah, I know where the puppies are. I'm going to bring you to the puppies. The puppies is in this house right here. So I have my guard up crazy, walking into that house. And I walk to the door and the guy's like, oh my God, it's my dog. I missed you. I've been crying. And he's an older guy, a little bit of a mess, And I was like, can I come inside? Because I wasn't just going to walk in his house, That'll get you killed. So I told him, I was like, can I go inside and see the puppies? So I went inside. The house was a fucking mess. And the puppies were in like a little box. But it was like, it wasn't like a mess. It was actually taken care of. And what really threw me off was the father dog was there. And he was in good condition. Like, he wasn't a hot mess. And while I'm walking in there, the dog just ran right to the puppies and jumped right in the box and fed the puppies. And, that just was like an amazing moment in my life, like to see that, And I have it all documented. Like, as much as I like filming sneakers, I love filming other stuff. And I have that all documented. It's up right now. And if you want to see the YouTube video, I'll put a link in the description box below. And it kind of bums me out because, like, I like other stuff. And, like, I noticed that video didn't even hit 1,000 views yet. But if I show the new Jordan, it's going to get mad views. But this was such an amazing moment in my life to see this happen. And I was like, man, I can't believe I got this all documented. And I put this great video out and it hasn't even broke 1,000 views. And I think of all the subscribers I have and how they just didn't even care. I guess, I don't know. I don't get it sometimes, man. But check out that video if you love animals, you like a good story. And right now I'm working with the people that was going to take in the dog. And we're working with this man who owns the puppy and the dog on helping him. And we'll hopefully get the dogs from him eventually, which should be soon. Because he knows he can't take care of them. He's got a bad leg. Nice guy. I just think that he needs a lot of help. And I talked to him about how I think he needs help. And it's a really good video. You really get to know me. But most of the people that listen to the podcast get a better sense of me versus just watching the YouTube videos. But that was one thing I wanted to speak about too a little. Because it was a crazy moment, man. And it was a tough moment because I had to like figure out what I wanted to do in the situation. Like, do I leave her there with this guy or do I not? But the thing is, he had the puppies, and the puppies were going to die if they didn't get fed. The puppies weren't fed for like 2 days. And if you think about it, like 6 puppies dying because the mom got lost. Like, Thank God we were able to get that dog back, you know. Next, I want to talk about WrestleMania. I thought WrestleMania was fantastic, but boring at times. The parts that were just so amazing was the Hardys coming back. I mean, I just went crazy. Like, I was like a little kid. I went nuts. I have it on the Instagram and I left it, even though it's a little embarrassing. I just am going nuts. If you want to see me go nuts, seeing the Hardys come back, go on my Instagram at Real Dj-delz. But that crowd popped like crazy. I'm so happy to see them back, especially being back on TV. Let's hope, though, we get that Hardy broken gimmick back. You know, TNA Impact is like threatening to sue them and all types of crap like that, which is so stupid. So they're not able to really use that gimmick yet. But hopefully in the future we'll get that, because I really want that. And I really enjoyed the AJ Styles and Shane McMahon match. I thought it was fantastic. I'm glad that Shane lost. That was the right thing to do right there. It was the right thing to do. Shane is supposed to put over AJ Styles. AJ Styles is the biggest thing in WWE right now, besides the Hardys right now. But, man, AJ Styles, man, he's like the second coming of Shawn Michaels, in my opinion. An amazing, amazing talent. So many people were doubting him when he was coming in, and he proved everyone wrong. And I love that match. The Triple H and Seth Rollins match was okay. I thought Stephanie looked amazing, right? Stephanie, like, on WrestleMania night, she's always all leathered up with the makeup. She always looks good, right? No disrespect to the man with 3 H's. The Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton was a letdown. I thought it was stupid with the, like, imagery on the ring and Bray losing, too. Like, I like Randy Orton, but does he really need the title again? Let these young guys come up and, you know, unbelievable. They just don't give this guy Bray Wyatt a break. Royal Rumble was kind of Mojo Rawley. Like, come on, man. Unbelievable. They should have had Sami Zayn win. Let's put over Sami Zayn a little bit. He had to work to get into the Royal Rumble. For what? To lose? They had all that going on before the Royal Rumble, before WrestleMania, for him to even get in there. So stupid sometimes with the writers. And then we had KO versus Jericho. I knew that KO was going to win. I knew Kevin Owens was going to win. Jericho is on his way out for a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's got some tour dates with his band Fozzy, so he's taking a little break. And then we got Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. I'm pretty sure everyone knew that it was Goldberg's time to leave. He's a part-timer, and Brock's a part-timer, but it seems like Brock is going to hang out a little more, which is good. Brock should be on TV more. I mean, I don't understand why he isn't. Like, it's not like he's, like, doing UFC anymore. He should be on WWE a lot more. And that match was okay. I liked seeing, like, Goldberg get all them suplexes, and then all of a sudden Goldberg coming and hitting him with the spear, and then more suplexes and the spear. I thought it was entertaining. I liked the match. I wish it went for maybe 1 or 2 more minutes longer, but it's better than like 50 seconds. I think that's all to talk about. I can't think of anything else off the top, but the biggest moment for me was the Hardys coming back. Huge fan. And next we're going to talk about the Walking Dead finale. I thought it was fantastic. I could not believe those scavengers. They turned on Rick and them. I was not seeing that, man. It was a crazy episode. What made me sick was Eugene, man. When he was like, I am Negan. I wanted to just punch him through the screen. That just pissed me off. And I loved how Sasha went out. I thought it was so cool. Like, the flashbacks while she's in the casket and she's listening to the music. And it was really eerie, but also, like, I can't explain it. It had this vibe to it. And I really was like, wow, this is going to be crazy. Like, what's about to happen? And then when she popped that pill, I was like, holy shit. That casket's going to open and she's going to rip right into Negan. But that didn't happen. Didn't rip into Negan, ripped into someone else. but it saved the day. And then right when Carl was about to get his head smashed, he was saved by the tiger. It was a really great episode. I just hate that that was the finale and we got to wait till like October. That sucks, having to wait till October. And I'm thinking about watching Fear of the Walking Dead, but I haven't heard anything great about it. If you guys really love Fear of the Walking Dead, hit me up on my Twitter and just let me know why I should watch it. Or if you're checking this out on YouTube, because I think I'm going to post this one on YouTube. I definitely will. And I'm going to post this on the Sneaker Addict too, because I like what I was talking about in the beginning. So if you're listening to this right now on youtube.com/the Sneaker Addict, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button so I know that it's worth me posting it on this channel and not on iTunes only and SoundCloud and over on youtube.com/the Delz Show. I am going to end this episode here for the YouTube channel, The Sneaker Addict. And the full version with the Q&A will be over on the Delz Show on YouTube. So if you're listening on The Sneaker Addict, head on over to the Delz Show because we got a lot of great Q&A from a lot of my viewers and supporters out there. Also, I have a t-shirt that I just released on ProWrestlingTees.com. It's wrestling sneaker inspired. It's an official Sneaker Addict t-shirt. This spot is the same spot that sells all the big independent wrestlers from CM Punk, who was with WWE, to like, who else? Everyone you could think of. The Bullet Club, Young Bucks. So if you follow pro wrestling besides WWE, you already know about ProWrestlingTees.com. Just go over there, search Dj-delz. You'll see my store up over there. Definitely support the channel. Go pick up a t-shirt. Represent that Sneaker Addict wave. You're going to love the tee. Link in the bio also to make life easy for you. Great quality t-shirts. I mean, really, really nice quality tees. So definitely check it out. And shout out to everyone that's listening to this on the Sneaker Addict. But right now, head over to the Delz Show. Now, if you're still listening, you are at the Delz Show. And welcome, or welcome back. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. And check out all the videos. We got tons of videos here. More than just sneakers is here. We got wrestling content. We got all types of dope stuff here. So go to the main page. Now, let's get into the Q&A. We've got from, let's see, Sneak Geek 87, who is a fellow YouTuber. Check him out. He writes, what do you think about the way WWE debuted Nakamura? Do you think they should have done a match? Yes, I don't understand why they just hadn't come in. Like, they should have had him in a match, but I guess they're trying to like show that this man is a big deal for the people that are your casual WWE viewers that are not, lifers that watch NXT all the time. I mean, there's so much wrestling on. It's hard for a lot of people to watch NXT with a show on Monday and Tuesday, a 3-hour show on Monday too, and then a 2-hour show. I can't even watch Raw. It's too much time, and it's kind of boring, but I feel like, the Raw that just passed was really good. But that's also because it was the Raw after Mania. But they have so many additions now, they should be able to put on a great show. I just really wish they would make Raw a 2-hour show. And I speak more about that over on this YouTube channel. I will put a link in the description box below, Wrestling Thoughts. Please go over there and subscribe because I cannot get that URL until I have 50 subscriptions. It's a new channel. So we're almost there. I just need like 15 more subscribers so I can lock in that URL. So even if you don't like wrestling, you just want to help me, just go in the description box and go to where it says Wrestling Thoughts and subscribe to that channel. It will help me out so much. I want to lock in this URL. It's a great channel though if you love wrestling. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Next we got from Thuggist. He writes, what's my favorite non-Jordan kick in your ill collection? Shout out to Thuggist, real good peoples. And he's got an awesome Instagram. He takes amazing photos of his amazing collection. My favorite non-Jordan sneaker in my collection is probably right now my Saucony collaboration that I have. I have 2 samples that I'm looking at right now, and I like, it's so special to me, to be able to design my own shoe that's coming out in August. Next, we got from Shumanati 216. He's got a YouTube channel too. Check him out. He writes Saucony collab info. I just said all I know right now. August 2017, this year. And it'll be limited to 100 pairs. So it's going to be extremely limited. But I think that if you're on it, when I tell you guys when to go get them, you should be fine. I really think you should be fine. If you're quick, you got to be on it. So if I tell you 12 o'clock, and I give the link out, just be fast. I think that you guys will be able to get your pairs. Next, we got from Life and Times 24. He's writing about what I was talking about earlier in the podcast about people on YouTube selling their kicks and leaving the game. I don't know if people are really leaving the game as far as YouTube, but I guess I understand what you're saying. They kind of leaving the game if they're not buying kicks anymore. But, whatever makes people happy, that's really all I can say, I can't sell all my sneakers just because this is like a lifestyle for me. It's not like a fad for me. I don't want to get any miscommunication out there, no shots fired. But I'm just saying with me, I can't get rid of all of my sneakers. I have infrared 6s. It's my favorite sneaker. Why the hell would I ever think of selling that unless I was in desperate needs of money, I didn't have food, which would never happen. But, I'm not going to sell all my sneakers. This is a lifestyle to me. I've said this before. It's like me wearing a hat. I'm always going to be wearing hats. It's clothing to me. I'm always going to wear shirts, jeans, shorts. I have more than one pair of shorts. I have more than one shirt. I have more than one hat. So having a whole bunch of different sneakers, I don't see what the big deal is. Having hundreds of sneakers is a little ridiculous, though. For me, it is. I'm not putting down other people, but this is just where my head is at right now, And it could change, too. I may have a change of heart and say, oh, shit, I'm keeping all my shoes. But it can't happen. I need money for some situations, which I've talked about. And I see a lot of, conversation going on. So if I miss your question, I apologize. People are just interacting, and I'm just trying to get to questions. What do we got here? HPT Say 812 writes, as a married man with a family with an interest in shoes, I have a lot of problems saying no to every shoe that releases that I wish I had in the 90s. Do you have advice on how to create a reasonable budget for shoes? Love the podcast. Well, with me, I definitely make sure I have my money from what I am responsible for paying for every month as far as with bills. And then with the money I have left, I put money aside for going out, movies with, family, going out to eat, and stuff like that. And then I have what I have left for sneakers usually, or shopping in general. So that's what I do as far as budgeting myself. And if I feel like I'm going to need to buy a couple of pairs of shoes and I don't have that money in my budget, then nowadays, because there's so many shoes releasing, I've been selling sneakers, even if it's for retail, just to get some extra money so I'm not charging it to my card and, putting myself in debt, because a lot of people do that and that's really not good. So, don't spend what you don't have. If you don't have it in your pocket, get that money in your pocket or pass. That's really the message, I guess, to put out there for everyone, not just answering your question. Get the money for the sneaker or don't get it. Don't charge it. Don't get in the habit of charging, because I know people that are really fucked. They totally screw their credit card up. And credit is so important. You always want to build your credit and not ruin it. Next we got from My K Hustle. He writes, a lot of Jordans sitting on the shelves. Should Jordan brand's prices drop down or come with some better quality stuff? A little bit of both. I think that if they drop the price down $10, it would do better. But I think also the shoes are slowly selling, and the ones that go to the outlets, they're still making money off of the shoes. I mean, how much money do these shoes really cost to make? Not that much. Next we got from Bobby Fresh, who writes, why is that mag LeBron so fire and slept on? I think it's because not everyone's crazy about the silhouette, and that's really what it is. I think that not everyone likes the silhouette. Shout out to the Sneak Disc podcast. We gotta get on there, man. We gotta get on that podcast. He just left a comment. Next we got from Bam. He writes, is the quality that we are getting on shoes now worth the price Jordan Brand is asking for? Some cases yes, some cases no. Another question about YouTubers selling their sneaker collections. Would you? Already went through that. And then we got, last but not least, we got E Price the King. He writes, should Nike really slow the F down with releases? Yes. It's too much. It's too damn much. Like, it's just ridiculous. Stop. Chill. Relax. Like, stop releasing like so many damn sneakers. Let people, catch up. But you see, they're making money doing this. Like, they're making plenty of money, and they're fine, like, with what they're doing. Sneakers are supposed to sit on the shelf so that people could go to the store and buy something nice and not just be stuck with, like, option B. You know what I mean? Like, why can't there be option A's in the store? Like, if you really think about it, it's not a necessity to own every single hot sneaker that comes out, except if you're E Price the King. But like, I like seeing that you can walk in the store and buy a dope pair of kicks. I like this. I don't mind shoes sitting. I like the fact that I could catch up and buy a pair later because it didn't sell out. I think it's fantastic, and I hope it stays this way. And a big reason why it's like this too is because Adidas is killing it. They're releasing so many crazy fire pairs of kicks. I just got a pair of kicks for the reigning champ Ultra Boost, and it got leather on it, like high quality leather, like stuff you see on high quality runners, like from other brands. Like, I can't believe like they're putting like real nice materials on actual Ultra Boost now. It's insane. Like, Adidas is crushing it right now. Like, there's so many brands crushing it. Even Reebok's been doing their thing, man. Like that Currency shoe, like the quality of the suede on that was nuts. Saucony, like every week there's like a new dope Saucony that comes out with fire colorways, insane quality, and the price point is like what they should be, not like some ridiculous price. So like, it's just that there's more options out there too. That's another major thing about the whole thing. And that's it for today's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Dj-delz. Pick up a t-shirt. Pick up a Sneaker Addict t-shirt. Once you see the t-shirt, if you love wrestling, it's gonna be like an insta cop. You're gonna like want to get it right then and there. Super nice quality tees. As I said, if you're a fan of wrestling, you probably heard of Pro Wrestling Tees. It's an honor to be on that site, be accepted on there. I'm not a wrestler, but I do podcasts and I do vlogs that are wrestling inspired. I did an interview with Ryback that's getting a lot of love out there. Shout out to Ryback. I noticed I posted another clip of him talking, and it got like over 38,000 views. I think even more than that by now. But that's over at the Delz Show. And I have him on the Sneaker Addict on YouTube, and he's talking about sneakers and if he was playing basketball, like what his dunk would be, and like it's just a really fun interview because it's not like your regular interview. I got a lot of cool wrestling stuff. I got stuff with Jake the Snake Roberts signing a pair of snakeskin Air Jordan 11 lows. Just all types of different stuff, that's different than everyone else's. That's it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow my social networks. All that will be in the description box below. Please check out that video of me also rescuing that dog. I really, really put my heart into it, and I really want you guys to see this side of me because not everyone gets to see it unless they're like family members, and like, I got a lot of love for you guys, so I wanted to share this experience with you all, and it's a real special one. So check out this video right here where I saved this dog and the puppies. The puppies would have died if I didn't save them. Amazing, amazing video. And if you really like it, share it. And share this podcast too. Please share the podcast. If you listen to it on iTunes especially, leave feedback. It helps the algorithm. And the algorithm is basically when they get a lot of positive feedback, like with any content, it'll start like getting recommended to check out. Like the source will recommend it, whether it's YouTube or whether it's iTunes, SoundCloud. So the more actual positive stuff, whether it's comments, likes, shares, the more that, this algorithm system picks that up, and it will start recommending my show to other people, and it helps so much. So please do that. It helps me. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. We out of here.